Okay, so you got to do the thing with this, okay? let me see you do a practice one.
What do you gotta say?
Check, please. All right. You got to do it seriously.
Okay. You can't laugh, all right?
And we're all going to lean in.
Because if you laugh, we got to start over, okay? You got to do it very nonchalant, okay?
Right. So then we're going to lean in. We're going to squeeze. We're going to squish it and then be like, All right.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? You got it, Lack?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Check, please. Nice.
You laughing, yo?
You definitely laughing.
Come on.
It was almost
come on,
nice.
man. This is serious, though.
Okay.
This is
We got to do it again.
Got to do it again, all
Okay.
right? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Check, please. You were kind of late.
And you
were
smelling,
off.
man.
You were off.
Okay.
It's got to be in perfect unison. Okay, you ready?
Three times a charm.
Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Check, please. Okay. That was better. I can't wait to cut all of those three together. I don't know why you did it 3 times. The first one was great.
What did you say? Y'all are squishing Janelle.
She's trying to be small too. Janelle's trying to be. She's like
her tiny shoulders, like.
She's trying to make like she on a flight.
Yeah.
How did I get in the middle of these two?
Like we're honestly barely touching her, but it looks like.
I'm in Janelle's lap right now.
I think because our shoulders are.
You move in on her too, Janelle disappeared.
So if we do like the podcast,
Yeah,
like
man,
this,
we
like
saying like this, bro. You know, and I'm all talking like what?
Nobody knew.
I had no idea.
I am very
But you know me, dog. But you know me.
You know how we get down.
And Janelle's like, I have thoughts. Oh, forgot
Why
she
am
was
I
here.
Why am I here, guys?
Got you here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Janelle Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's here to, you know.
You're newlywed and shit. How's that going?
How long y'all been married? Ladies and gentlemen, tell the people who you married to.
Oh, the handsome Keenan baby.
Hey.
And I think this is 6 months or
6 months. That's what's up.
Sounds right.
I'm about to turn the background to blue for 6 months.
Okay. That looks purple.
Oh, that's my favorite color. Keep it.
Okay, she's keeping it. That's for you.
I don't know
That's my wedding gift right there. You know?
Yeah.
What'd y'all do? How'd y'all do how did Keenan propose? I know the story, but how did he do it?
So we went to Hawaii. We had everything lined up. And for whatever reason, the week that we went, it was like crazy. It was like torrential downpour. The locals said that they never seen rain like this before, like literally. We were stranded at the museum for like 4 hours trying to get an Uber back to our Airbnb because it was flooded. And we called like probably 5 or 6 Ubers, and they just kept turning around and canceling on us. Wow. So it was crazy. We gonna have to redo Hawaii, but we were supposed to go on like a glass bottom boat tour. Damn. Obviously that got canceled, and that's where he was gonna do it. So we were gonna go pivot and go to this restaurant, but our vaccine thing, they were just like, oh, you're outside of you're still in the 2-week window, so you can't come, pretty much. So
Hawaii was hating.
He ended up proposing in our Airbnb in his boxers. But it was so intimate and just
you two.
Did you know you was getting proposed to?
I had a feeling because we picked out the ring together. And then I just had a feeling because I'm like, when are we coming back to Hawaii? And I didn't see him doing it like here in LA for some reason. So I didn't know exactly when. And then when it was the last day, I was like, okay, like, what's
Let me ask you this.
going on?
Let me ask you this, though. Because all these events didn't happen, did he save money? Because that could have been, he could have planned it around this monsoon. He said, if we go there.
That'd be canceled. That's smart.
He said, sweetheart, I was trying to go to the Wazuko resort.
Actually,
But it flooded out.
We lost money because some of the stuff they were trying to get us to reschedule, but we would have been gone next reservation. So one of the days we went jet skiing when it was raining because
You had to.
we had to. we really had to.
That sounds fun though. Was it fun in the rain?
Yeah. It was not. Oh. I felt like I was drowning.
Oh,
like it was actually really, really bad.
It was heavy rain?
It was heavy rain, yeah.
Was the water choppy?
It was very choppy, and I was in the front, so I had my, the goggles on or whatever.
Just the windshield on the goggles?
And it kept filling up with water. Like, it was raining that bad. So it was just like, I was trying to, like, see and drive, and I didn't want us to fall because he can't swim. So
I always forget about that.
It was...
Keenan's pretty brave for that.
Yeah.
It was a mess, but...
Tight. He was holding his elbows.
He's doing this the whole time.
We were jumping on them choppy waves.
Hey, Janelle, could you slow down, babe?
We're doing 3 miles an hour, baby.
But honestly, that trip, I feel like that just solidified us even further because it was a lot that we had to endure on that trip. But
when doing shit in Hawaii is a lot better than doing it anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd much rather be like, you know what, still.
Yeah.
But catching rain in Hawaii sucks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back.
That's why I don't plan trips.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to Hawaii before?
Mm-mm.
So why are you saying getting rain in Hawaii sucks?
Sure, it sucks. Going anywhere you plan to spend money on, you don't get the weather. That's what you're going for. You're going for the weather, for the culture, and then it's like, are we shutting down the whole thing?
Yeah.
The first 3 days when I was in the Maldives.
Rain the whole time in the Maldives?
The first 3 days. We got a couple of days of sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, the first day was really, really nice. We still ate good food. We also went to a waterfall. We did like a waterfall hike.
That's cool.
So we still did fun stuff, but it was just like, spotty rain. And then the last couple of days, it was just, we could barely move. We could barely go anywhere. So we're definitely going to do that over. Really?
Yeah.
How many times you been?
Once. But anytime when one, you get a speeding ticket in an area, you be like, I know this is my first. I got my first.
No matter how much time passed, it's still that area.
This is why I got pulled over right here.
Yep.
I got my first ticket right here for running the red light. I know all my places where things happen. But that's why I got COVID.
You did get COVID.
COVID
That's right.
in Hawaii.
Dang.
And the whole
A
time
dolphin sneezed in your face. He was like, oh, come on, right through his blowhole.
Not the dolphin.
And I felt like it was we was there for like 5 days. Mm-hmm. The whole time I was like, I don't know if I got a head cold, but I was functioning totally fine. And I was like, something's wrong. And I was like, it got to be my sinuses because I'm going from hot to cold, hot to cold. And then I got all the way back to LA. Tools was like, have you tested yourself for COVID? And I was like, it can't be because I'm functioning totally fine. I'm doing exercises and it was like, oh, that might hit like stick real early. Like, ding, you got it. Did y'all get it?
I got it via Keenan.
Out in them streets. I never got it.
You never got it.
Still
I got it
COVID-free.
once.
You got it
I
once?
was pissed. Yeah, I was pissed. Especially since I got it, like, I didn't get it myself. I got it through
That's
him.
how everybody gets it. How you think?
No, but I'm
viruses
saying,
work?
like, I wasn't at an event and I picked it up from somebody. Like, it was from him. Like, it was one person. It wasn't that's why I'm like mad because I'm like I wasn't out in the world, with 1,000 people.
I did my part to stay COVID free.
But also, it can happen from a doorbell.
Right. That's why I was pissed. I was like, I'm a germaphobe, so I took so many precautions, and he was like sick of me.
We said, baby.
Well, how did he do it like it was an STD? Baby, I can explain. Let me explain what happened. It was this girl. She sneezed on the doorknob. How did he tell you? How did he get COVID first and then?
I don't even know how I think he got it from the gym, actually. Mm-hmm. He got it from the gym, and then we actually went to movies with, what did we go see? I forgot what we saw, but we saw it with Tangent and Clayton.
Gave it to them, huh?
And I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
I remember that.
I think he did. Mm-hmm. He was sitting next to them, too. I was, like, on the further side. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, I just feel bad. I was like, well, go ahead and get tested because I was working on a production at the time. So I'm like, I need to know. And then I started feeling like a little, like my sinuses.
Yeah, buddy.
And then the production I was working on, we tested 3 times a week. So I took the test, and the health and safety supervisor, she was like, I know you just started, and I just want you to know that you tested positive. And I was like, because I was like, I was counting on them checks. Yeah. So I was like, so they paid. It was some type of like COVID pay, so it was like about half of my paycheck. Yeah. But I was like, damn, I just started. Damn it. And she was like, yeah, you gotta.
Keenan owe you money.
Obviously,
not. I mean,
did you work at home?
No, did I? No, I didn't. But so the person that I was replacing, he was still there, so they still had coverage.
What year did you get COVID? That makes a big difference.
That was 2021.
When niggas was getting in 2020, that was that hard, concentrated, thick mucus. Died like 13 days.
Did you have the back pain and all that?
It was July of 2021. I couldn't taste. I couldn't smell. The only thing I could taste was the salt on McDonald's fries.
That's funny. That's so specific.
Very specific. That's the only thing I could taste.
You didn't try a multitude of salt items. I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, because I was like, I was just eating. I was eating like Cheerios, like just plain kind of basic stuff. Because I'm like, I can't taste nothing. It's no point. I was like, there's no point in living if I can't taste my food and smell. Like I love candles, I love scents. So I was just like, I was pissed. But I lost. Senses. Yeah, I lost those two. I got winded very easily. I remember one time I took like a hot shower and I almost passed out. Boy. Yeah, it was a lot for like a good 7 days.
I remember I told Chaz, he was like, hey man, we're gonna do another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz. I said, yeah man, I'm on my last day of COVID, man. You're more than welcome to come through. He said, nah man, I'm gonna wait another week.
Yeah. Cause y'all's whole group got it besides you, right?
Yep. I'm the only one who didn't get it. DC might have stayed free. I think Keon and Cody both.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And I think DC might, because DC be wrapped up like a mummy when you go out.
Well, the funny thing is Tony and Keon got it like July 2020. They got that early.
They went right back out in the world. As soon as they could go do stand-up, they went out there and got it.
I was like, yo, y'all, that was a time that was like the blue blinding plague at the time.
Yeah.
And I see niggas like, I got it and I die.
My mom has health, complications, so I can't bring it back to her. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I was trying to make sure I was super careful to not be around any of you tainted folks, you COVIDeers.
I appreciate you letting me off on the hook. You said he acted like he was thinking about it. Nah, man, I got a kid, mom. I would, if it wasn't for them, I would definitely come by. Man, but, I'd rather wait.
Because everybody was like, the kids aren't the problem. I was like, I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But you know that move when somebody say, "Hey, man, could you help me move my?"
Man, I love to, man. But
it's just saying no. You gotta hit him with the. I really want to, bro, man, but I just had this little finger issue.
I'd be like, Izzy got gymnastics. Let me check her schedule. Man,
hey, when you got kids,
I can't wait to blame stuff.
Everything on kids.
That was great.
Man. Hey, you want to go to this?
We're doing a T-ball tournament today.
Got to go to my
8 games.
My daughter's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, man. Bye.
That's a boy thing.
Yeah, man. She got one.
She's transitioned, bro.
She transitioned to being Jewish and a man. It's a special day for us.
The question is, if somebody transitions in a sorority, are they considered now in a fraternity? Is that too much?
I think it's a great question.
Right.
I don't think.
Don't know the answer.
I don't think that they automatically get into the frat, to the brother frat.
Because there's nobody who is a male that is an AKA, right?
I mean, I don't know.
Not that I know of.
Right. So if I started off and I pledged as a woman as an AKA, then I transitioned to be.
Well, let's say you were a guy and you're in a frat, right? And so now you transition to being a woman, right? You're still Dion. You can keep your name, which is cool, right? Unisex name, right? So now I don't think they just let you in a sorority. I think you still have to be in that frat. I think you just show up with breasts and ass, and then you go like,
no.
You do all the dances the
Don't
same
do that.
with the jigglers. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah,
they don't work like that.
That's actually like real like stuff they're talking about on a collegiate level, like when it comes to like all-girl universities and who's admitted and who can apply and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's an actual real out thing that's happening because
that's interesting.
They just did a sports ban, right?
People can go to the university, they apply, they're women. If they're in the school and they transition to male, they still can stay in the university. But if they, I think it's with South.
If they transition to male.
If they transition to male before and apply, they don't let it. It's like a weird.
That's a little loophole.
That's wild. I just thought about that because if it was it Spelman. Spelman's all girls, right? And imagine being a born male and then going there and he's like, all for me. I'm still attracted to women, but I've transitioned to a woman.
If you're a woman and you transition.
But there's also gay, like lesbian women.
Right.
Who go to,
but you have a real penis now.
If I'm a woman, if I'm a man and I transition to being a woman, right? But I'm a lesbian, right? Mm-hmm. Loophole, baby. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel you. That's a great movie.
Now, right.
I'm like, too much work because Morehouse is still up the street.
But I have all the women.
All right.
I have all the women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 1 to 100,000.
All you gotta do is walk by a dorm and you hear, I get so lonely. And you knock on the door.
Hey, just let you know that.
I mean, how you doing?
I identify as a woman, but I was born a male.
With this.
Oh!
She makes you top and bottom?
No. Why?
You gotta make both.
Why are you on
Because the penis is still hard. I can't. Oh!
Why don't you have any pants on?
I showed him what I'm working with.
That's an assault, man.
Right.
Oh, well, I had pants on when I came to the door, and then I heard the song, and I said, "That's the song."
Still a song.
This song has nothing to do with why I was showing her my penis. I'm showing her so she can see.
If you're doing it unsolicitedly.
Don't use the unsolicited with me.
It's a song.
She don't look comfortable. Yo, leave her alone, man.
That's because y'all started going off the rails.
No, as in.
I know you saying physically, but I was like, or is it because y'all started going off the rails?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Hey man, we talked about worse.
Yeah.
You sitting in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Year 3 COVID free.
Year 3 COVID free, baby.
That's good.
Must be nice.
Yeah, man.
They said do the dolphin laugh again, Chaz.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know what I did.
That's
I don't
your
know what I
laugh.
did before.
That's your laugh, man. Hey, yo, I got a compilation from Squadcast, man. I gotta repost that. Somebody gave me a compilation.
Dion's highlights.
That's the Dion
Yeah.
Lack. Yeah, you know. I'm proud of that.
They never let me on there. They go like, no.
I told him not to.
That's what I said. Stay
far
from this
from
guy.
this guy.
He's gonna get you shut down.
With a stick.
If you guys have any questions for us or Janelle, please feel free. Sometimes we'll get not as ridiculous. We'll just make them worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't take much for us to go here.
I know.
Janelle, you know me for a long time.
I know.
You know what it is. Janelle's heard me say some horrible things.
Yes. Jazz Jones?
Yeah, you got it. Who was that? Yeah, that's who made my compilation. I'm proud of
That's
it.
what's up, man. Dion out here, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
I have so if y'all have any questions, I'm gonna ask my questions that I asked on our Ask Questions break.
Okay.
Okay. Just see y'all response. All right.
Go.
Since I've already answered, it's great to hear you guys pop off.
Okay.
All right. This is the one I asked on. Did y'all heard this online? Okay, so cool. So this is for us to y'all. I am a 37-year-old black woman who grew up as a PK and virgin. Yes, I am a virgin. I'm rare. I met an extremely nice man on OkCupid last April, and our lives have been a fairy tale up until this point. We got married 2 months ago with plans to travel the world, eat exotic foods, and have lots of sex. You know, because that's what newlyweds do.
Feel you.
3 weeks ago, my husband was in a tragic, serious car accident, partially paralyzing him from the neck down. Doctors say he will never walk or talk the same again. My husband needs to be fed, washed, and wiped when he poops. This is not what I signed up for. Am I wrong if I want to divorce him, or should I stick around for sickness and health? You guys ask away. Answer.
Ooh. I mean, what were the vows?
They just got married.
What? So I'm guessing that they had sex at this point.
Maybe twice. She's a virgin.
But wait, y'all got married and y'all still ain't had sex?
She was a virgin up till they got married.
Okay. So then they had sex. What were the vows? Usually it's in sickness and in health. So I mean, this is one, I think that you have to take your vows seriously. So I don't know. This is tough. Not saying that it's easy, but I think you have to stick it out. But also, if you're a PK and you still believe in God, he's a miracle worker. So, you know, get in that prayer closet, go to the prayer line, and
a closet for prayer. What's a prayer
closet? It's a
huh?
Was it like a euphemism?
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I think that we know someone that kind of went through something similar, and he's walking, he's talking, he's acting actually. So
and they told him he never walk.
He can never walk again.
He's got 2 kids now.
Right, 2 kids. So obviously we know that it works. So I think that you gotta stick it through. You gotta stick it through, sis.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Here's what I do.
Leave.
I wouldn't leave, but I would hire some help to
of course.
do all that stuff.
Of course.
Then I would hire a prostitute for myself, someone who can come and go, so I can come and go, you know?
Pun intended.
Pun intended, and then my wife would never know. You know what I mean?
Why? Because she's a vegetable?
See, I just wheel her upstairs when it's time to get busy. No, but you ready for bed? It's only 5. I want to sit by the sun. Yeah. I got to be back in 10. Stare at these birds outside.
I do agree with having help, because that is like you're not a you're not a healthcare worker, so you don't know, that's tough. And I also would say get counseling as well to help you walk through this.
And we're watching Netflix together and all that stuff, you know.
Do you understand?
Right, you can pick all the shows now.
Go to shows.
You can pick all the shows on Netflix.
She can't
that
pick
y'all
all
watch.
the shows. No.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing.
What are you talking about?
She said he can pick
Yeah, that's evil. Dang, Janelle.
What? How's she gonna know what shows he want to watch?
What do you mean? You still gotta be like, what do you want to watch, babe?
How is he gonna tell her?
He can't talk. He said for him to back down.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Janelle,
here's a similar situation.
Give me that remote. You trying to use your strong hand?
Love is blind. Love is paralyzed. Nigga, come give me the goddamn control. So here's a similar situation, because I want you to understand the timeline of just getting married, and you can start over by leaving, right? With somebody else, or similar situation. If your child is born, and they're like, your child's going to need a lot of help, and it's going to cost a lot of money to keep your child alive. We can pull the plug, or you guys can just start over and make another one. I know
those are the same options.
I mean, it's like start over your life, or we're going to have to kind of put a lot of effort to keep this child alive. As in, like, I don't know what, like the stomach is on the outside or something like that, and we got to do a bunch of surgeries that's going to take about 3 or 4 years to possibly survive. Well, could you be like, let me go ahead and pull the plug, and we can just start, because this baby is like premature, and
it depends on the pain level of the child. Because if they don't feel the pain and it's just a hassle, I'm down for the hassle.
You down to keep them alive?
Down for the hassle. But if it's like my baby's in agony every day, and it's like every time they move, if it's one of those things, I don't know how you could sit through that. Like, then I would be like, yo, go have some peace.
The husband is in pain.
Well, you didn't say that. The pain is different. You said that the person is paralyzed. They don't feel anything.
You sure?
If they're
how does paralyzed people not feel nothing?
They can't feel
They
anything.
can't feel. That's the whole point of being paralyzed.
So you telling me? Listen to me. So when somebody gets paralyzed, they fall on their neck. Listen. Everybody be like, so it hurts immediately, then all of a sudden it stops. You're like, oh, it's gone now. Hey, I'm good.
I think the shock is that even when Jamie had his fall, right? So Jamie was an Olympic athlete. He was he was coaching track. He did a backflip and hurt his neck. What's Jamie's last name? Nieto. Easily Googleable. And then now he's acting. He was just in BMF.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, was it BMF? It was BMF.
I watched the show.
London Brown, right? So Jamie's doing well and a lot better. But he said that he wasn't even in pain. He was just like, "Yo, I think something's wrong." And you can hear his 911 call, like all that. But Jamie was so calm, he was just talking.
So it hurts.
So
it hurts immediately.
He didn't feel anything.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was the problem. He's like, I can't move.
Yeah.
I can't feel anything.
Wow.
That's the problem. So I think that's. But even like when we talked about stingers, right? We'd have that, and then we'd be like, "Hey, yo, hey, forget where else you just like I can't move anything."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, this is what I thought all this time. I did think wrong. I thought when paralyzed people first get their injury, it's agonizing pain.
It might be. I don't know.
And then the doctor's like, I can remove this pain from you by snipping
Your cords?
whatever that's causing the pain, and now you can be paralyzed. So I thought it was like a lightning feeling all over your body.
It's already severed, right? One of those back, neck, whatever. There's a nerve that's severed already, and that's what stops it. It pulls your puppet strings, and that's when everything goes. I don't know how much pain is involved. I don't know how much pain like Jamie was in or other people. I'm sure there is pain involved. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some type of something. But yeah, that makes a difference. If my spouse was like, kill me, like every day.
Oh my God.
I made you an omelet. Kill me. Shove it all in there. Just put the whole omelet down my throat and walk away. And just walk away. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna help you too. Why are you doing this?
Oh my God.
You want to wash it down? No. Give me poison. Let's wash it down with poison.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. If your spouse told you this and you did exactly what they told them to do, and they said we found like
a whole 3-egg omelet.
we found rat poison in her stomach.
You're going
Did you
to
kill
jail.
her?
She must have got it herself.
You're going to jail.
She must have. It's America. How did she do that? What are y'all doing? Why y'all grabbing me?
What are y'all doing?
Why y'all grabbing me? I didn't.
I said, hey, what are you doing? Because now you got to be an actor.
What's happening, officer?
Hold on, the acting of like, so when I came home, I found her like this, foaming at the mouth. The coroner said there's rat poison or something. What?
Actually, the ring cam. You up in here?
At the front door, like taking out the box. Let me see how
they see you come in with the box of rat poison. It's a big ass rat with a circle in it.
Honey, I'm home. I got what you wanted.
I got the rat poison to kill your ass. Clunk.
It's a clump.
That's not very good.
Yeah, that's different. I don't know if you can. Is there? Can you?
You can't do it.
Are you allowed? Because there was a whole Dr. Kevorkian thing, right? And then he was a doctor who would kill people at their mercy, right? Then he got arrested. He went to jail, even though he got people who approved of him doing these mercy killings.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think so either. And then he went to. I don't. He's probably either dead now or still
dead.
in jail. He was old already. So I don't know. I mean, but it seems like if a person says I sign a piece of paper, you know what I mean, if they can, anyways.
Right. So what happens if your spouse tells you, "Hey, kill me"? Would you say we got to go to the doctors before they can professionally kill you?
Yeah.
And that's gonna cost money for me.
Yeah.
To pull your plug.
I feel like you just like take the brakes off the chair and just push it down the
You're
steps.
going to jail, Chaz.
Why? There's a malfunction. I didn't
You're
know.
going to jail.
What do you mean? How am I supposed to know? I don't make these
You gotta hit her
things.
with this.
Just slow.
She died in her sleep.
You always end up in jail. Remember that.
So I have to pay to
And
kill
states
my
don't allow
wife.
it. Not every place allows it because it's still not ethically decided if that's legal.
They say, listen, she's in a lot of pain.
You can always do the boat cruise. And then the boat waved a little too much. Whoa, whoa, wow. She tipped right off the edge, chair and all.
We got you in the ring camera, sir. The rat poison and you tipped her over. You dropped it in the water. But so see, here's the thing. If we're at home doing home care and your spouse is saying, hey, I want to die. I'm in a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. What sucks is you have to call an ambulance to pick up, which costs money. Mm-hmm. You got to pay for whatever procedure they have to perform on them. Yeah. Then you got to pay for the coroner to pick them up. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, why do I have to pay all this stuff? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, listen, I go to them like, listen, my wife wants to die. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying for anything extra. I can do this myself. I have a video of her saying it.
What's the cheapest way y'all got to kill a person?
Yeah. What is the alternative? Like, cause you're gonna get busted, right? You're gonna get busted with at least a $10,000.
It should definitely be somebody's choice if they want to.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if she has a chair that she can kill herself somewhere. Roll in front of a bus. The train.
She's paralyzed,
stopped on the train.
man.
But if she has
like
a roller thing, she
what's
can.
it called? A policy out on them, and I feel like that should be able to help cover some of the costs, right?
Like life insurance.
Life insurance.
You don't get life insurance if you kill your spouse or you commit suicide.
Right.
You can't get that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that money can help, cover all those costs you saw.
Let me tell you how vile life insurance, probate is. Mm-hmm. My father, who recently passed in December, he had some money in the bank. Mm-hmm. He has life insurance. Mm-hmm. They holding all this money until they pay for everything that he has ever had debt in. Mm-hmm. As in, he had surgery back in July for like a hernia or something like that. His insurance was paying for it monthly, but he had like a good $10,000 left on the thing. They said, "Oh, we take it from that." Like the insurance is going to pay for this.
Did he have a will?
It doesn't matter.
Did he have a will?
No.
So they just took it from the life insurance.
Yeah.
It was like, we'll take that first.
So all his money is tied up in probate. Dang. So they're trying to look up, you got MasterCard, Discover Card, what you got? Light bill. They go into all these companies with his name attached to it to pay for these things.
They get it one way or another.
Yeah.
Get it in your death. That's why I don't have life insurance. That's not why.
Dion just focusing on the money. What are y'all talking about? What did I say about the money?
Your cost, the whole thing. You know how much it would cost? Is that to do this and that?
If it's a cheaper option,
Just
I can do it myself. Listen. I want to do this the right way. I just don't want to pay money for something that
I'm willing to go to jail.
Right. That's essentially what it is.
Like, nurse, look, come here. It costs money for you. Okay, you got here. Because it's like I want to not pay money for something that I could have done myself.
But they said, but could you live with doing it yourself? That's the question.
Oh, that's a bar.
Oh.
Could you live with doing that?
That's a bar.
You didn't think about that.
Right.
I guess it depends on how you did it, because you ever watched Thor? And when his mom died, they put her on that boat and they sent off the flying. She
was already dead.
Yeah, but still, I go like, I'd be proud of myself if I could hit that boat with the flaming arrow, and I'd be like, that's a good death.
Funny.
That's a good death right there.
Yeah.
A solid death.
Yeah.
I'd want a solid death. You know what I mean? I'm like, let me cause a ruckus in my death. Where you going?
I'm gonna start crying.
Why?
What? I'm thinking about it. I need some more.
Oh, okay. Dion did have a tear in his eye though. Did you? Right?
Yeah.
He did have a whole tear in his eye.
My pant leg.
My bad, dog. Dion has left the chat.
Just roll him.
Maybe what? Maybe just
roll him into gang territory. Oh my gosh.
With the wrong colors on? Just put a gun in their lap. And just have a tape that says, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch. cool bitch.
That's messed up.
That's great. That's a great death. How you want to die?
Um,
Don't tell me some old age with family surrounding me. I don't want to hear that. Give me a good death. What you got?
Don't say nothing to sleep.
Yeah, come on. Give me a good one.
I don't think about that. I really don't. I think that because that's kind of like predicting the future. I don't know what's going to happen. It could be anything.
I didn't tell you how you're going to die. I said, how
would I like to?
Yeah, what's a good death?
What you said was.
I'm going to tell you how I want to die.
Okay,
All
let
right.
me know.
I want to be speeding in a car on like a hill, right? Like a real that's mountainy territory, right? There's a school bus full of kids, right? I see the bus going over the edge, okay? And so then I go like, oh snap, there's these kids. Okay, so from my car, I hop through the driver's window because he had some kind of heart attack thing. He's all slumped over. I get in the seat and I go, don't worry, kids, right? And so then I having the kids, I'm on the edge and they start filing out the bus, but there's one kid all the way in the back, right? So I run back as the bus is falling. I throw the kid right through the bus window, perfect spiral. Yeah. Somebody catches the baby and then I drop to my death and I like, don't waste it. And then I die.
I can tell you how I almost died.
Oh yeah, even better.
That probably would have been good.
Okay, what was it?
I was skiing.
Okay.
It was my first time skiing, my first and only time skiing, actually. And I went with these two guys that I used to work with.
Okay.
And they weren't expert skiers, but they know how to ski. They knew how to ski and snowboard. Okay. So they were just like, we're going to go up to the Black Diamond, which is like, the hardest shit. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna be down here.
On the bunny course.
I'm going to be down here. And it's like, no, you got to go. We're not going to give you a ride unless you come up with us. And I was just like, and it was like a 2.5 hour like drive like back home. Okay. So I was like, okay, but if I die.
So I'm on the shit out you.
Right, I'm coming back. So at this point, it was like nighttime, and I was just fatigued because you're just out there all day. And I was like going down, and I don't know how I like kind of got off course, but I got off course, and I was like kind of on the edge. And there was like a point where I couldn't stop. Like I couldn't move.
Did you have the little sticky things?
I did, but I couldn't like, for whatever reason, I couldn't go like to where I need to get to be back on course. And I just felt like a calmness. It was like very peaceful. Like.
It's like, oh, this is
it.
Okay.
This is it. My life started flashing a little bit, and I was like, okay.
Did you almost hit a tree or something?
No, I just was like super close to the edge, and I couldn't.
To fall off.
Yeah, like falling off the cliff.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just felt like this peace, and I was like, okay, well, I guess it's a Black Diamond.
And this is my time.
23 years old. All right, sure.
She was so young. There's so much to live for.
And I literally don't know how I got back to where I was supposed to go, and I made it down the hill.
Give you a little shove. There you go, kid.
And I was like, I'm never doing anything with y'all again.
Did you cuss them out?
I did.
I bet.
I did.
If somebody almost kills you,
I did.
Full cuss. I almost killed Dion. Remember that, Lack?
Nigga, don't talk about it no more.
I almost killed Lack in the car because I was messing around. I was messing around, talking about should I go left or right, and I was getting closer to the wall. Dion was like, I was like, oh, in the Hummer. I was like, oh, I had to get back on track. I almost killed us both. We both would have been left.
You was afraid too, weren't you?
Huh?
You was afraid too, weren't you?
I was terrified. I was terrified. I didn't see the wall at all. I was like, you only got a 4 or 5 or a 1 or 1. Pick one, Dion. He was like, nigga, the wall. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But that's how you become better friends with people.
Yeah.
You got to like
traumatic experiences bond
you. It makes you bond. You know, at times Tony Baker almost killed me falling asleep at the wheel. You have any idea? Hey, Tony, huh? Oh, shit. What you mean, huh? You're behind the wheel. Oh, I was having a crazy dream.
Imagine him.
Huh? No,
I can just imagine.
There's a couple times like, hey, we've been at a red light. Hey, Tony, it's green. Huh? Oh.
Was it like in the daytime or like late at night?
Definitely at night.
Okay.
Definitely at night.
I think I've only rode with him like long distance in the daytime.
Nice. it is awful to almost die at somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
Me and Yo were talking about that. We were on a plane, and then.
Oh yeah, y'all went to the DR.
We did. We went. It was nice.
How long did y'all go for?
We went for 7 days, 6 nights.
How did she convince you to go?
I want to go.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Look at you.
How come people think I don't want to go places?
Because you don't.
I want to. It's just people be like, shit don't be cheap, and I have a mission. You know what I mean? Because I go like, hey, you said you want this house and you want all this stuff, but if we go spend money, that takes away from this. You know what I mean? I like those two things don't make sense. You can't do. You can do some things, sure, but as much stuff as people want to do, I go like, well, I sacrifice now to have more because to me, I much rather have something for Izzy to have than for me to go see the world. Easy sacrifice for me to have. She don't have the same sacrifice in mine. She's like, well, I want to get my shit. Yeah. Dion got a whole meal. Look at this cat. Dion left us. Dion left us on a podcast
eating oatmeal
and eating a full meal. He put another table up. This is crazy. He had a napkin, a candlelight.
Let me spread out.
Yeah, oh my bad, still on you. You got a whole candlelight dinner out here.
So
you got the music on.
How did y'all decide on the DR?
She had a friend that was like already had. They just needed, they had got like a suite.
Oh,
so she was like, oh, it's this much, and so I was like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, I don't have a problem. I have a passport. I want to go to places. You know what I mean? I got doing stand up in the beginning because I was like, you get to travel around telling jokes. That was like the whole thing. What happened to me is I had a traumatic experience one flight where I almost shit on myself, and I was in the bathroom throwing up and shitting at the same time. So this is about 4 years ago. It was right before Izzy came. So probably
was it food poison or what?
It was just motion sickness.
Oh, okay.
And then. But what I've noticed is that I do better when I'm awake. When I'm sleeping, I think it throws off my So for the DR, when we went, we had to go fly to Miami, right? Okay. And so it's a 6-hour flight or 5.5 on the two. Yeah. So I slept on my way there. I felt it, but now I don't eat before I fly, so I fast for the whole day. So I just had really bad gas and nothing to throw up, but I had all the same. I passed out. I had all the same symptoms.
Oh my god.
So I was like, okay.
So does she know what to do like when you're...
There's nothing she can do. She can't do nothing.
I mean, get you some water, some ginger.
Those things I have, So but every time I've stayed awake, I've been better. I've been like,
That's
okay.
so fascinating because I usually have to knock myself out.
For sure. And I used to, that's why I took a night flight. So now.
Yeah, I like taking red eyes.
Yeah.
You just sleep.
So now I just go so then even when we went to Pleasanton, right, up in the Bay, we flew into Oakland. It's only an hour and some change. I fell asleep for 15 minutes. Felt sick. And I was like, damn.
Dang.
So I think that is it. I think it's the not knowing where I'm at when I'm sleeping. I think you feel a lot of that. But when I'm awake, I can focus on something. So, because I'm not afraid to fly. But I was like, hey, my plan, because if somebody was in that bathroom, I was going to take down somebody's luggage and shit in it. Because I wasn't about to shit on myself and go back to my seat. That was not about to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was going to shit in somebody's luggage.
Oh, my God.
I was going to reach up top. Hey, man, that's mine. Hey, you're going to have to fight me for this luggage, bro. I'm going to shit in here. I have no other options. What are my other options?
I don't know. So
luckily the bathroom wasn't occupado, but it was so close. I was shitting like, I'm throwing up right here in the same space. And I was like, we're done.
Yeah, them bathrooms are
They're tiny.
Tight.
They're tiny.
So
and
how far was the flight from Miami to down there?
2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Easy work.
Yeah.
It was easy work. And
you
then
stayed up the whole time?
Stayed up the whole time. So now I stay up every flight. So now we're going to go to Kansas City, and it's night. It's at 11 p.m. So I was like, damn, dog, how you going to be able to stay up that whole time? But I got the very least, man, you just fast and drink nothing but water and hope that nothing come out. So it's that or do nothing. It does. And so the people are like, Chaz, I'm good. I'm like, y'all don't understand what is, and then you feel weak. So like even when we got to DR, I'm sick the whole day. That whole first day, I'm nauseous. I didn't even hang out with they people. They're like, well, they want to meet, like the friends she was with. They want to meet you. I'm like, I'm not about to talk to nobody right now. I feel weak. And even when we came in and we did our show in Oakland, right, it's only a couple hours, but I feel that. I go like, I'm drained. I need to rehydrate. I need to, whatever happens to me, my body feels all that. I feel all that nauseousness. And then I got to like, I got to regroup. And so it sucks. And everybody wants me to do that every weekend. And I go like, I can't do that.
Imagine that and also having cramps.
Well, for me, it's not a problem. No, I can imagine. I can imagine having a cramp on a plane. There's got to be a lot of tension going on. That's a lot of stress.
It is.
To go through one of those things. Your body feels that. That's a stressful thing. Hey, man, can you clink quieter over there? A loud ass cereal like a child. You eating cornflakes? Where you going? Not you pooping all over someone's leisure wear. Hilarious. Don't they have Don't they have those vomit bags? How am I get my ass into a vomit bag? I can't aim a shit into a vomit bag. That's crazy. I'd be very talented. Happy birthday, noobs. Happy birthday, boy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, kid. But yeah, I would definitely shit into somebody's luggage. What's the backup plan?
Sue you or something.
That's fine. I wasn't about to go back to my seat. They would just let you sit there. Like, what are you gonna do? What's the plan, Janelle?
I mean, now that you know that this is a thing for you, you should always just keep an extra pair of clothes to carry on, just in case.
Because
like
then,
like a child.
Because then I gotta throw this bag away. Like,
you gotta throw all your clothes away.
Open the plane door. You gotta throw it out.
You gotta throw it out.
That's gotta be gone.
You gotta throw it out.
Oh,
you just don't have to change your clothes.
So it's never been a thing because I never had an issue flying before that happened, and I was like shook. I was like, nah, I've never had that.
Yeah, I wonder how that started.
I don't know, but I was fine. That was the only time it ever happened. And then this last time, right? But
your
luckily I prepped. Yeah, and I felt bad because like yo's on the right side, and I was like, I could let out this gas right here, but I took it to the bathroom, you know.
Yeah, that would have been. Ooh, farts on a plane.
I was going to light it up, but I was like, the decent thing I can do. And I remember this lady. I was right next to the bathroom. I'm 2 rows away. I was eyeing it, waiting for this dude to come out. And I saw this lady way over there coming. I was like, no, bitch. I got up. Excuse me. I started waiting there. And she was like, you using the... Yeah, you got to go all the way to the back. There's one behind me. I'm not going back there. I'm 2 rows away. I'm like, yeah, man. We keep going. I got next. Okay, well... Yeah. Keep walking. This ain't the, I'm about to go through. You shit on yourself, old lady. No one cares. Oh, she's old.
Right.
I am 37. God forbid somebody watch Daddy Issues. That is me. Oh, shitty Chaz. Big shitty. That's what I'll get forever.
Big shitty.
And that's what I can't. You can't recover from that.
So already.
It's over. What they got? Factor. What? What's that saying? Can you read it? You have good eyes.
Facts. I do so already. Get old. Incontinence occurs. Dang.
Incontinence. I don't think I know this word. What is incontinence?
Like basically when you kind of release when you don't want to.
Oh.
You can't hold your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incontinence. That's a great word.
Learn a new word.
Hey, man, that's a very educational episode right here.
Shit, Daddy Chaz.
I'm saying, man. You would hear nothing about. I can't do anything after that. I'm done. Yeah. We're done performing anywhere. Yeah. I would go back to loading luggage.
How many days would you go if you couldn't shit?
How many days a week?
How many days would you go is something wrong?
Oh, definitely. After 2, I'd be like, hey. Because I hate shitting. I think it's horrible. But after 2 days, I'm like, it's needed. But I'm like, this is disgusting. Every time I'm like, this is gross.
Yeah.
This is gross. Some people are like, I love taking a dump. I'm like, oh, wow. Y'all weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if my stomach is in pain, then I'm glad it happened. But I don't go like, woo, nothing like a great dump to start your day. I go like,
yeah.
When I was fasting, I went for a long time. I went 4 or 5 days without one dump.
Was you drinking water?
A ton of water.
That's weird because usually that'll help flush you out.
It was I went 4 days with no food and I didn't dump.
Are you still doing that?
Sometimes.
You were doing 1 day on, 1 day off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's hard. That's been hard to get back to because I'm not as busy. So I was working at the flyaway and then coming to the office, and it was easy to do then because I was so busy. I didn't really think about. But once you're not as busy, it is hard to not think about food in a day. It takes some real effort and discipline to be like, we're not gonna eat for 24 hours. But now I have a good 20-hour window, and then I eat a lot in that window. It's disgusting how much I eat in that time. Oh, I see the.
I would love to have a green camera on the Chaz eating. Hey, yo, anybody here?
When you eat for a day, everything tastes amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this? This is great. What y'all call this? Popcorn. This is the best popcorn. Every basic should be amazing.
Right.
That's just the great thing about those things. What else do you have going on, Janelle? What are you working on? You have a web series out?
I do have a web series out. It is on Quayle TV.
Quayle?
Yes.
Is that
it's a black-owned...
But is it Homeboy? Comedian?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're talking about Real?
Yeah.
He was head of the comedy section.
Right. No, okay. No more?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's on Quayle TV.
Can you spell it again? I'm sorry.
KWELI TV. It's called Car Therapy. I have 6 episodes, and I wrote
Shot, produced.
Have a half hour that I would like to have it made at some point.
Okay. It's a single cam.
Yeah, single cam comedy. And right now, I'm really just focusing on my health. And I actually want to do a documentary. I want to do a documentary on like what soul food means to us now and how we can kind of what soul food would look like reimagined.
If we didn't have to have the scraps.
Yeah. Like how it can look for us now in this, the 21st century.
Okay.
A little bit healthier because there's so many health disparities and diseases that we have as Black people.
Are you making chitlins healthier?
No, I'm not. I don't eat chitlins.
Well, I'm just saying, and for this, are you going to get rid of chitlins? Is this like part of the...
I would scrap chitlins.
They are disgusting. And you know what's funny about chitlins too? Everybody be like, but you haven't had my chitlins. I go like, listen, I've had several chitlins and they all taste like shit. But none of them have been good.
And it smells like just straight vinegar. It makes the whole house or wherever you're cooking just smell like straight vinegar.
None of them been good. You love chitlins? You got to be a certain type of cat to love chitlins.
Yeah.
And and no one's ever like, chitlins is cool. I can eat them or I can't. No one, you love them or you hate them.
Yeah, there's no in between. There's no in between.
I think it's everybody was talking about the pre, and I think the problem is y'all think about the smell of when they're cooking it.
So the smell of them when they done. They're not good. They're not.
Look at it. It don't look good.
No, it looks. No, what chitlins do you have that look like mashed potatoes? I think you've actually had just mashed potatoes, Dion.
Right.
And with Dion, you'll never know what is real and what's not real. Okay, so wait, tell me more about the idea of the documentary. So let's say you reimagine food now, and what does that look like?
Kind of just making it healthier, and not saying that it has to be like vegan, but just kind of pulling back on like the pork and everything and try to replace it with like lean meats or like some type of seafood or something like that. And it just doesn't have to be so heavy, especially if we're eating it often. Like I know, I don't know if family dynamics still do this, but having like that Sunday dinner.
I have no idea if they still do it or not.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like we don't even have that anymore. So I'm like, is that like a society thing? Is that like a cultural thing? Like what is it? But just kind of getting back to that, but just making it more healthier because there's so many diseases and health disparities that are plaguing like the Black community, like heart disease, diabetes, just all that stuff.
Because high blood pressure. And it's just like I'm seeing. Is it prostate or colon cancer now is killing us? We got Black people have a high prostate. A high prostate.
It's like I'm looking at the older generation in my family and how my grandmother has been in and out of hospital for about 3 years, and she can't walk because of just ailments and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to get to that point.
Right.
So what can we do as a people to kind of not strip our culture, but just reimagine it, making it a little bit, cleaning up a little bit, essentially.
I'm not mad if, honestly, soul food disappears because it was never supposed to happen to us. You know what I mean? Like, it was never supposed to be a thing where we didn't come over eating these things, right?
That's true.
I don't know how much of our culture it is, but it was forced upon us. And we do what we do. We make something that's bad, we make it better, right?
Yeah. I'm reading this book now called, I think it's called The Black Soul Food. And he was kind of saying, the author, he went to, like, plantations and stuff, like, down south. He's from Louisiana. He also has roots in Mississippi.
Okay.
And he was kind of getting like the cultural history. And he was saying that the slave owners, they, when they bought the slaves, they bought slaves based off of what their land can cultivate. So, like, if they have land, like, in North Carolina, and it's for
Tobacco
corn, and it's for, X, Y, and Z, they'll get the people from Africa that can cultivate that type of land.
Okay.
So, it's just really interesting. Some of the stuff we brought with us.
Right.
But, of course, they, the white slave owners, like, they got the good stuff, and we kind of had to get the scraps. So, some of the stuff
That's why we eat pig snout.
Right. So, some of it is...
That is not my thing on the menu. Ooh, let me get some of that. Give me that snout. Oh, pig's foot. That's the worst looking thing.
Yeah.
It really is a pig's foot in your greens.
But at the same time, like, I guess it depends on what part we're from. But when they killed animals, they used everything.
Right.
They might not have ate everything, but they used everything for a purpose.
Right.
So I think that there is still something to that, but we don't have to eat. We don't have to do that current day. So what does that look like?
Pigs now.
You know what somebody told me is
vegan chitlins sound hilarious. Now what would that look like?
Probably some kind of jackfruit mashed potato.
Jackfruit mashed potatoes.
Somebody said, what if we've been eating food wrong the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about white people know how to season? What if that's how you're supposed to season? But we add so much sugar, add so much salt.
Yeah.
That it's killing us from soul food.
Right.
It
tastes better.
The thing is, like, you don't have to use like sugar and salt to season. There's so many herbs and stuff that you can use. Like
garlic is great. Lemon is great.
I put garlic
and lemon and everything. Peppers.
Everything. Peppers.
No, it's not. There's no sodium in garlic. If you went and you got like the lemon pepper I have, that has garlic. I mean, that has salt in it. You can get a salt-free lemon pepper.
Yeah.
But
or
that
you
takes
have garlic
away.
Salt, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, oregano. Like, there's so many herbs that you can use. Thyme. Like, there's so many herbs that you can use to make it
that
flavorful.
You don't need salt for.
That you don't need salt. I mean, you can use a little bit, but you don't have to. The base don't have to be salt.
I did that cleanse from. Salt be the first. They'd be like, get your water together.
Yeah.
Put some salt in the water.
You gotta season the water
Salt
with
the
salt.
water. I'm
Put
like,
a bay leaf in there.
That's the second ingredient is water and salt. Get your pot of water. Put that salt in. Put your food in. Put that salt in. I remember my family, sugar was in our spaghetti. That was like a part of.
that was a thing. Yeah.
I was like, that's why sugar and salt. No, that wasn't in my grits.
It was in mine.
Salt was though.
It was mine.
There you go, Jay.
It was in mine.
That's why you my favorite.
Janelle got cavities too, man. Y'all can't see it. You ever had a cavity? Sweet grits, man. That's what happens, man.
I like more savory now. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go, because you grown up. You all that sugar rush. You ain't all that. Deanna went over there eating kid cereal. Treats. Deanna just ate a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
He really eat grits like that.
I remember him and Tony Becker doing a challenge on
Oh yeah.
and he was trying to get Tony to lead over to sweet.
Oh yeah. He don't eat grits like that no more.
Yeah, man. So I love that idea of the reimagined soul food, how to make it healthier, because that's a big push now. You see so many more black vegans now, right?
And I did that for a while, and
y'all went back to meat.
But just poultry and really just poultry and seafood. For me, I feel like I was becoming a junk food vegan because it was like there's so many like processed meats and just processed foods in general now that is I'm just like I'm looking at the ingredients. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this means either. So now, like, we get our eggs from the farmer's market. We get our chicken from the farmer's market. Like, we do it kind of locally sourced and not just, we ain't getting no dollar store meat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we're making it as plain. Yeah.
And your Dion's car.
But, but also we have to look at how to make it more accessible because there are food deserts like out here. So it's just like everybody can't get to a farmer's market and everyone doesn't have the capital to buy that on a weekly basis because it's not cheap.
Can you be too healthy? As in somebody like, hey, I got eggs fresh from the chicken. You can eat it right there immediately?
Yeah, Keon does.
Yeah, I've eaten some of their eggs before.
Right out that chicken.
Keon got egg and duck egg, chicken eggs and duck eggs.
Right out.
Right out.
I'm gonna rinse it off.
You don't need no second.
I'm gonna rinse it off.
Yeah, I'm sure you get the goop off.
Yeah.
So can I eat like a cow thigh immediately slabbed from the?
If it's cooked.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Well, why couldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm saying, is it like doesn't need some sort of like freezing or?
You know, when I talk to older Mexican dudes, they be like, the best food you'll ever have, the best meat is like is when that thing is killed that day and cooked that day.
Yeah.
It was like, I've never had a chicken that I know of killed that day and cooked. Not if it's been to the store, right? If it's been to the store, it's definitely been through a process.
Right. It's been on a truck.
And it's packaged, right? Yeah. I mean, it's been through and so much of our meat is processed, and there's shit in there. There's a ton of salt in there already. Right, there's a ton of salt in there and everything that we eat already to help preserve stuff. Like it's all bad. Anything in a bag is not healthy. It's not, like anything like that. So you got to find the fresher things.
Yeah. So it's not. I'm not necessarily advocating for like veganism, but just to kind of like clean it up because they are slowly killing us. Like this is their new thing. Like this is their new.
You know who they is. The man. You know they who made fructose corn syrup.
High fructose corn syrup. Right. Process all this process.
I had to throw my mom bought Izzy popsicles. I threw that whole box away. It had fructose corn syrup. I'm not killing my baby, giving her diabetes at 4.
Yeah,
no, that's the start of it. It compounds. I read this thing about how our genetics, right? So like, if your parents eat bad, this is why I'm always going to be naturally thick, right? Because so for me, I go like, what we feed Izzy now matters when she gets older. It's like your body adapts to these things. And
it does.
It's why there's like I can look at Cody and Keon and look how thin their kids are, right? And I go like, that makes a ton of sense for people who are thinner and they eat this way. But it's way more of your diet when you're a child and when you're in the womb of what your body adapts to.
Exactly. And that's why I'm really like on this because, we want to start having kids in the next year or two. So I'm like, I want to clean up my diet and myself. That's why I'm like on this journey, like this holistic journey, because I don't want to have my child inherit all that stuff.
Right.
Like there's so many, like we're trying to break generational curses in a lot of different ways. And a lot of that is
Let me tell you what sucks. Let me tell you what sucks about it. When you're trying to break a generational curse, but the last generation whose curse is still in effect is in your house. My mom don't give a damn about any of that. Y'all were fine. No, we are not fine. I was like, it's a lot of work for me for as healthy as I eat, I should not be this big. I go like, it is real work. I have to be disciplined all the time.
Hard, yeah.
And I go like, it's a lot. People are like, oh man, you're gaining weight back. I was like, because it is a constant. I have to undo years, decades. And that's what it is. It's like, I read this book called The Obesity Code by this cat, Dr. Fung. Yeah. But he talks about how obesity doesn't happen in a day. It is a thing that takes your entire lifespan. Like yeah, man, it takes years.
Also like a knowledge. A lot of people don't know. Like they assume what they're eating is healthy.
Right.
Or they don't know how many like calories or how much.
Right. You got to look at your ingredients. You got to look at all that stuff.
Yeah, man. I was I was very opposed to like tracking calories and macros and stuff. And then I was just like, let me just do it. Cause I have lost weight since the beginning of this year, but I'm like, I'm about halfway where I want to be.
I can tell. Sheesh. I'm joking.
What? But I was just like, okay, let me just track it for like a day and see. And I was like looking at like just stuff that I would normally eat. Like if I was out, like, I was looking up to see Panda Express. I was like, I want some orange chicken. And I usually do half fried rice and half the vegetables. And I was looking at the sodium.
It is death. You were over 1,000. Yeah, I know it was over 1,000.
Looking at the sodium, looking at the calories, I'm like, just from this bowl, like that's half of my caloric, my intake
for the day.
I'm like, bro, yeah. I'm like, oh, I got the greens. I'm only doing half of the fried. I'm just like, yo, it really helps you reevaluate your choices, and you don't have to be a slave to it, but it does open up your eyes. Like, what are we really eating? All of the sodium is making us.
It bloats
it's
you.
Making us bloated.
It makes you swollen.
It's making us bloated.
It makes your blood pressure high, and then all of a sudden your blood pressure will drop. It is a problem.
So I just finished a 30-day like juicing thing, and it wasn't just me straight juicing. It was just me incorporating a juice every day. And I just feel like my cells feel lighter. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just like highly recommend like juicing at least once a week just to get those, just to help remove toxins. And
I did this
drink a ton of
cleanse.
water.
What's that store down in LA? What's that store in LA that helps? Huh?
Simply Wholesome?
Simply Wholesome. I did. They have a whole little cleanse kit. You know what I'm talking about? So I did this cleanse kit. This is my second time doing it, and that's what taught me really like, hey, there are way better ways to, because you can't do any salt. You can't for the first week. There's no solid foods at all. Everything has to be a smoothie, and then you have to do only fruits, and you can do whole fruits, and then it's all vegetables. And that's when I was like, hey man, I'm not just gonna eat some vegetables just to be eating broccoli. So I had to look up a ton of stuff, but then I learned how to make delicious eggplant without using salt, how to make Brussels sprouts dope without using salt or sugar, right? Like there's so many, because people do the caramelized Brussels sprouts, which are delicious, but they're, you know. So when I had to start looking at how to make all these, definitely. When I had to start making all these like vegan type foods, because it's pretty much the diet that you're on. But it really wasn't that hard as I thought it was. I was like, I want to cook, blah, blah, blah. And then like it really opens up your idea of like, oh, what you can make. So then when you add like these dope vegan dishes in your repertoire, I was like, ooh, look at your boy out here.
Right. And even if you start incorporating meat again, you'll always have that. Like they can always be your size. You know
My eggplant parmesan.
Eggplant, man.
I was killing it.
So good.
I was like, hey man, come on, Chaz. And I never even had an eggplant before that.
Really?
I was just like, man, this is the meat. This is what we talk about when we send, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I just chopping it up, and I was like, oh, bro. Well, no, because I'm not a sugar guy. You'll hardly ever see me unless there's a cheesecake around, right? Yeah. That's my sugar. But you'll never see me eat candy. You'll never see me drink soda. You'll never see me drink lemonade. You'll only see me drink coffee, water, and tea. That is all I do. There's no creamer in my my coffee.
That's very true.
It's never those. I'm not a candy dude. I'm not like, man, I don't even like chocolate. So that limits a ton of my, like carb heavy was a problem. Like getting rid of fries in my life was a problem. Getting rid of fried chicken in my life. But I got rid of that early. That was like 20 something when I stopped eating like fried chicken like that. And then getting rid of fast food took a long time to like stop eating it. So even now, like, I think the biggest problem is that they'll have like, oh, here's this keto bread and here's these other things. Like now it's became such a thing, because I was doing it before it was a thing, that everybody's adapted, and it's not better. It's not good for you. It's like, no, dog, you got to be able to, it's just easier now, because it's the same process thing that you're back in, but it's just like, oh, this makes things easier.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
It's portion control and balance.
When I was in Dominican Republic, I ate crazy. I didn't restrict nothing.
I mean, that's what you do on vacation.
100%, right? I was eating like a maniac, right? Didn't gain a single pound. Wonder why, right?
Was y'all walking around a lot?
Hardly. Hardly want to resort. But it's not processed. It is not processed. That's the biggest difference in all the food we ate. Everything was fresh. Nothing was processed at all. That was the biggest difference when we came back of the food. It was just like, and I ate a lot. Not a single pound. I came back here, you start eating a few things, you're like, damn, dog. Like the food is crazy different. But it takes a lot more time to, like, you have to be on top of what you make. Yeah. And your household has to be in the same page. That's our problem.
Yeah.
Your household has got to be on the same page.
I had to tell Keenan, I'm like, you can't bring cookies in.
Yeah, man, because I'm going to eat them.
You can't.
There's a macadamia nut cookie that's on our table that I've been like,
if it's here one more day.
Yeah, and I'm like, I should just throw it away. That's always but they get mad at me for throwing away junk food, because we bought them, we'll stop bringing it in.
Yeah. But in your car or something.
So they get mad at me for that, and I go like, because if I eat this, I'm pissed. Now you guys got me out here eating cookies I didn't even want, because it's here.
Right.
I didn't even want this.
Right. You wasn't even thinking about cookies.
And I'm a night owl, right? I don't want to. I'm not gonna cook a meal at night. I come into the kitchen looking for water. Cookies like, hey, big head.
I know. You still up?
You put in the household, please stop bringing this home. I'm gonna eat it. And then you get, hey, what you in that kitchen? Like, I told you don't bring it in. And now you mad at them.
Yeah. I'm mad at them.
Yo, if you never brought it in here, I won't be in this kitchen looking for it.
I'll be like, we have to be on the same page. And that was the thing when me and y'all got together. We were on the same page all the way through. We lost weight together. It was, to the kid came. And at first, it was fine. And then, like, what also sucks is, like, when people bring you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I work at a place usually where you get free food. It is.
Ooh, production.
Production to kill you.
It'll get
That's
you.
when I started seeing. I was like, oh, this is a problem.
It's nothing but snacks, and it's just like.
Hey, no, I'll be like, because I had to start asking like, hey, y'all bring some fruit around here? Can we get it like different things? I had to ask them to bring a blender in. I was like, I'll bring in my own.
And you get unhealthy people telling you like, yo, have you tried the new cheesecake buttermilk?
Man.
Double chocolate? You like, the little skinny ass in you.
Yeah, man. Because I tell people like, oh, what, you in the gym, you trying to get six pack? Like, I just want to make sure my heart beats.
Right.
I want to make sure I can run and my heart beats. And it's not like, uh-oh.
Right. Keep up with your child.
Right. All those things. Because
really...
my knees are gone. Your ankle's clearly gone. I heard that correct.
Yeah. I do have creaky...
Creaky joints already?
Yeah.
You're so young, Janelle.
It's been like this for as long as I can remember.
Oh, drop the cast of skin routine. Hit them with it. What's the skin routine? You out here glowing.
Where that at?
No one said. I'm telling you.
Oh.
What's the skin routine?
It's water. It's
That's
water.
What everybody says. That's what everybody with good skin.
I have to say genetics.
It's just water.
I have to say genetics, but I don't drink. I don't drink sodas. I rarely drink coffee. It's really just tea.
Oh, coffee's the problem?
Water. I'm just saying, like, I usually just drink tea, water, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I do drink coffee, it's usually because I'm on a production. But my day to day, I just don't like coffee.
Coffee's not that great. I only drink it when I'm,
when you need to stay up, yeah.
Right.
Sometimes matcha. I probably drink matcha more now because it's spring.
Like the green matcha tea?
Yeah.
Matcha tea hurts my stomach.
I had this coconut matcha earlier, and it was fire.
Yeah?
It was fire.
Did you eat with it? Because when I
did.
Oh, okay.
I did. I had like a little...
I noticed that if I don't have green tea in general, if I don't eat, it'll hurt my stomach. I feel nauseous.
Yeah, me too. Like I used to drink green tea like first thing in the morning, and it would upset my stomach.
That's why I don't drink it no more. Cause I'm like, now I gotta eat with it.
Yeah, but if you don't want to eat like anything heavy, just eat like 2 dates.
Two dates.
Yeah,
oh,
those little Because I
like
usually
dates.
eat that.
They're like big raisins to me.
They're so sweet.
I do not like dates.
They're so sweet.
But you know what I had was fire? A bacon wrap date. I was on a set somewhere and they had a bacon wrap date, and I didn't know what it was. I just saw bacon stuff with something. So it can't be bad. It has bacon on it. And I was like, yo, what? And I had to keep asking them, what is that? What is that? They're like, bacon wrap dates. I said, hey, man, that right there, though? But dates by itself.
Dates are good to me. It brings out the sweetness.
I'm not a fan. Are you coming back in to say goodbye, Dion?
Go raw and vegetarian, less processed foods. Yeah. It loses nutrients by
Somebody asked, why do you want to have children? Why do you want to have children? Great question. Yeah, you coming back?
You said you want to wrap it up again?
No, I said, do you want to come back to end it? That's what I said. Dion didn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Dion didn't hear me wrong at all.
Why do I want to have children?
Why do you want to have children? Great question.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Somebody asked.
What?
Hold on. I gotta give you the mic back.
We in here.
Honestly, I didn't for a while. But I just want the best parts of me and my husband to be in one being, and I want to watch them grow up.
That was so.
Damn.
So
okay.
sweet.
What's your number?
Well, I am what am I trying to say? I am suspected to have twins because it like runs in my family. Mm-hmm. So if that happens, I want it done. Like it's just gonna be them two, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it could also go. Then I'm gonna have one, and then the second set is gonna be twins.
Okay.
So who knows? Okay. 2 or 3, but whatever.
Do you guys?
Everything plans.
This is a question for both of y'all. Question for both of y'all. Do you guys ever talk about your spouse's previous relationships, as in like, and you see them or come up around like, hey, there's Gerald or there's Megan, and they cool or something? A good relationship.
They're so cool.
That is not like that with my wife.
They don't talk to her or?
Not that I know of.
Not somebody that.
Well, for me, it's different because I'm not from here. So, like, everyone that I talked to previously, they're on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. So, but for Keenan, like, he grew up here.
They pop up every now and then?
Not that I know of, but when we were dating, we're coming from this hike, we got something to eat, and this girl walked up to the table like, oh, hey. And then like they were talking when they left, when she left, I was like, y'all used to talk? He was like, yeah. Like every time I ask him a question, he answers honestly.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Nah, I don't know that bitch.
There's no point of lying. It's not like, why would you be in trouble?
Right. It's like y'all aren't together now, so it's.
I'm good with all my exes.
Do they know that? because you'll be good with all your exes.
No,
they might age you.
I can call them all one by one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And we're totally fine. Mm-hmm. There's one that I'm avoiding.
Okay.
As in, every time we talk, it always turns into, now I remember why I hate you. But if I call her right now, we'll totally blow past that. We will be cool for a good 2 or 3 months. Then I'll be like, now I remember. Mm-hmm. Now I have to distance myself.
That's right. You're an awful, evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also don't talk to any of my exes. So.
Why is that? I know it's out of respect, but is it as in like, damn?
It's out of respect, but it's also just like once I'm done with somebody, I'm done.
Damn.
So.
Because because a relationship.
Janelle's peeing on her grave.
A relationship is a relationship, as in former co-workers, as in like I used to work with this person. The job is over, but you can still talk to the person, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still like coworkers. Like if I see them on Instagram, like we'll chat every once in a while. But it's like if you're not kind of a staple, right? It's different, and
There's
it's
a
like
lot more intimate things that happen. And
whatever
more
relationship.
And,
I talked to Uncle Daddy. What's his name?
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
What's the dude's name?
Well, I don't know.
Markel.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to him about a lot of personal stuff.
Sure.
And I ain't talked to him in like 4 years.
Yeah.
But if I come back, I'm gonna act like, hey, remember we had this conversation about blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But
you also didn't insert your penis in him.
How do you know? We got a real person.
How is Markel? You know good.
Yeah. The other day.
So what I'm saying it's like you get personal with your writers in your writers room, and then when the job is over, you be like,
you just carry that. Yeah. All their secrets.
Hey, what's going on, brother? And you might say something like, yo, I was in his writer's room. This one dude had said he had,
It's different if that, there's not an equivalent of that person cheating on you, right? Now, if you're in a writer's room and they got you fired, right? And they lied on you, right? You're not going to have the same
But why
thing.
all relationships end bad, though?
Not all of them do end bad, but some of them, you can have this thing about, some people don't commit, right? Like, if you're with somebody for a long time, and you want to go to the next level, you want to get married, you have a life plan for yourself, and they don't want to, I'm going to feel a certain way about that. As nice as you are, I go like, you're not ready to commit to me. What is there to talk about, right? So I go like, eventually you got to move on. You got to do whatever is best for you to heal yourself. And if that's removing that person completely, that's what it is. But I'm like, it's no longer about making you happy anymore. You know what I mean? Can we be cool? If I deem so, sure. If that makes me fine. But if I talk to you and I think about all this other stuff and what could have been, and it's not good for me, I don't have to talk to that person.
I think you've just
anymore.
been in a lot of toxic relationships.
I don't think I've been
100%, because the way you're talking is as in like, this person hurt me.
No, I'm talking I talked to one of my exes now because this one who became gay, right? And she's a Clipper fan, and her and yo are cool, right?
Yes.
Like,
that's so funny.
It's very funny. I go like, this is interesting. I met the 2 Clipper fans, 3 now, because like I hang out with these cats who hate women, clearly. So now being in that, but having that, it's a very different thing. I don't have a problem with only one ex from like way back, right? Like way back when I was 18, something like that. We don't talk, right? But that's also from Michigan and a whole nother 20 years damn near of a difference, right? So for me, I go like, no, I'm cool with the people that I've dated with. There's one who's not going to talk to me, but also she felt like we should have had more. I felt like we didn't. She felt like I wasted her time. I didn't feel the same. I just felt like, it wasn't going to work anyways, clearly.
So
right?
Did you always express that to her, or were you? Because I feel like it.
For a while, I was really committed to making it work, but then I would always see signs of like, yo, your jealousy is crazy.
Did you ever bring that up?
100%. You think that went over well?
And if she comes to you right now and say, hey, Chaz, I thought about what was happening. You actually was enough. And I'm sorry. I heard about your baby. I'm proud of you. I have
heard about my wife also?
Sure.
Okay.
And I just want to know if we can possibly move forward, because I want to be a writer as well. I got to figure out a way to make it very professional.
Yeah, send me a script.
You are not going to do anything with
Email me a script. I'll read it, give you some notes.
You will not.
You can't come in the room, but I can't get you a job.
You will not.
I'll read a script for you.
Nigga, you have not read any of my scripts.
What are you talking about?
And I know you very well.
I read the Christmas script that you sent, right? The guy who wanted to, don't make me do this on the spot because I'm going to fumble. But I read that whole script, sent it to my manager and everything. I read that whole script.
Yeah.
Okay.
As like, hey, manager, read this, see if you like it.
No, I read it first because then if it was garbage, you know what I'm saying? I'll waste his time. Way over there. Sorry, yo. No, I think you do what's best for you in the long game. It's like, if somebody told me, hey, man, talking to you doesn't help me in my space of trying to move on, then you got to respect that. I'd be like, great. Mm-hmm. You got to respect that. I go, no problem.
And it's not... I mean, they could always come back, too. Like, it could just be a season where y'all don't communicate, but there's always a chance that you can come back.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a sign of immaturity.
I think it's a sign. I think it's actually a sign of maturity.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's a sign of immaturity. Because some people be like, oh, you can't talk to your ex with your... It's like...
Why? When I'm trying to heal fully.
Yeah, man.
You being in my space does not allow me to heal fully.
It can be a lot. It doesn't have to be hurt feelings. It can be like, damn, dog, that was the one. And I'm still feeling this thing, and it makes me upset that we're here. So
here's the thing. What if it's just like bad timing? As in, like, you in Baltimore, I'm in Chicago. We keep missing paths. We're working all the time. It's like, you know what? This is just not great for both of us. Let's just be friends. That is your ex. All right? So you tell him you got to cut this person off entirely because...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I understand what somebody does. I understand that for that person in their healing process. I'm not saying at all you have to cut someone off.
You just said that.
No. Not have to. Not have to.
It's just an option.
It's an option. And I respect that option if somebody feels like that for them to move on. If they're like, man, yo, honestly, being in contact with you it's not helping me move forward with, I'm still having these feelings about you. You're still in your same situation. I can't keep doing this. It's making me feel bad in my day-to-day. This was on my mind, blah, blah, blah. Whatever kind of stress comes in, I'm like, you can't do that to yourself. Yeah. If I have to cut you off totally to give me some peace and freedom, that's just what it is. If I have to.
Have you ever...
I don't like this creepy leaning.
Because
You're all slow.
What I'm
have you ever?
I'm not going to be specific. A girl I messed with a long time ago, and I'm sitting there and watching her in a relationship, and I'm not going to bring up, hey, remember when we, I'm looking like, do I have any feelings for this? I don't. But I'm like, I'm curious to know, why are you so comfortable hugging and loving in front of me like this? I don't have no problem with it. I'm looking like.
You think they're thinking about you?
I know they're not.
Right.
They're not thinking about your dusty ass.
I know they're not.
That's what your mind is.
Not dusty ass.
But it's like, when does that cut off? As in, like, I'm totally done with this person. Now I can be totally comfortable being in front of you with another man or another woman.
Hey, some people it be next day. You know what I mean? Some people break up.
This is Gerald. My clothes are still in your apartment.
Y'all just met yesterday, huh? Love found us. Now, sometimes you gotta get out the old and bring it in new. Like, damn, dog.
Shut up, Fifi.
What Fifi said?
I'm just being silly. She says because it's over. How did she get over so quickly?
Do y'all believe in love at first sight?
It was love at first sight.
Your rhythm was all wrong.
I was like,
because you got to try to sing it faster.
No, it was love at
You can't
first
sing
sight.
it too long anyways because of what, Dion?
I know.
Why can't you sing it like that?
Because the way
because
you
of the
look
YouTube
at
would take it off. So anytime I sing anything, you got to do it faster.
Yeah, because your voice sounds exactly like.
Oh, he know what it is. Why you playing me like that? He know what it is.
it just was.
I was dead on.
I was trying to figure
what
out
I'm
the
saying?
beat, the rhythm.
Come on, man.
So do y'all?
What do you ask me? Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Love at first sight. I feel lust at first sight.
Okay.
Attraction at first sight, but not love. But it's different when it comes to food.
Well, if you love food and then you taste it and it's not that good.
As in, like, I know what that tastes like.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I want that. I love that. I want it now. But if it's like a woman, it's like, oh, wow, she's attractive. You got to ask her, why is she attractive? I'm talking because it's the mic right here. I'm not.
I get
being
it.
weird.
I get it.
Why is she?
Yeah, anyways, just asking a quick. Elation.
So yeah, I would say lust, attraction at first sight, but love is a lot. Unless you see somebody's real self performing, you see somebody's like their aura, their talking, their vibe. Like, oh my God, I love this girl. You know what I'm saying? You ain't said nothing to her. You just see her actually in her element talking. Like, wow, she's funny, she's beautiful. She just said this and this and this. Well, I love her. I ain't said nothing to her. So I would say that was love, but what is that? Is that considered love? Or y'all just gonna read and not listen to me?
I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I like, who is it? Frats? Fans? They said there's attraction at first sight, love builds. That, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think that you need like an initial attraction to like pull you in, and then love is a slow build.
Mm-hmm. I like a woman with a hunchback.
Okay.
I'm always a fan of a woman with a twisted back end.
Okay.
Spinal bifida? Is this
with a twisted ending.
Okay.
Twisted backstory. There it is.
You know what's funny? Here's what's funny about Dion. Dion had that joke first.
I did.
He had the punchline. He's like, how do I get to the punchline?
Twisted backstory. I love a woman with a twisted backstory.
You're going to see this in the dad joke pretty soon. Do I believe in love at first sight? I think I do. I think that there's been 3 women I can say in my life that I've actually loved, right?
The one with the Chinese food you left in front of her house?
What?
What?
The woman you bought the Chinese food and took it to her house?
Oh, no. That was not one. Very, very, I thought I was being a sweet guy.
Yeah, you a creep.
First off,
Okay, that's the story.
We were working some jobs back in Michigan, so it was a long time ago. We were working some job.
Tuesday.
And I was 18 or 19, right? But young, strong, handsome as ever, charmed with hair. And I was killing, you know what I'm saying?
I've never seen you wear.
No, you have not.
So. Like an old headshot?
Oh, maybe probably an old picture.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't great then anyways. And so she was half black and half Filipino. She was bad. And then cake
You
galore.
heard Chinese food?
Well, let me finish the
To a
story.
Filipino?
So we worked, right, in the place. Now,
Yeah.
if I work with you, I'm going to get you. That was just the way it was. I was like, oh, if I see you every day here in my space, it's only a matter of time for you to fall for the Chaz charm. Only a matter of time. Yeah. So then game erupt, of course, less than our time than I expected, right? Didn't know she had 2 kids, though, right? Found that out a little later.
Wait, how old was she? You were
like 23, 24, but she was that bad.
Kids by Dion Lack.
No. So then we go to, right, we're talking a couple dates and whatnot, right? I still live in my parents' house, right? She had her own place. So my homies lived in the same apartment complex, right? So I go to their place, I see her car. Right? I walk her to her car every day. I know what her car looks like. See the car seat. So I was like, yo, she lives here. Right? And I'm with my friends. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to be so sweet. You know what I mean? So I went, found her name on a thing, right? 18, 19. Thought I was being a nice guy. Bing! Hey, what's up? Yeah, because it's what? My homies live here, brought you Chinese food. Y'all enjoy. And I left. Okay?
No.
I did leave.
You did not.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
We'll hear your version after this.
This is not the version.
Like he
the only thing, I remember this kid, like her son came to the door. He was like, oh, you can't come in, right? But I was with my homies. We were gonna
so
go
was
watch.
she home or just the kids?
She was home.
Oh, okay.
Right, they were all home.
Okay.
So I was with my. We were gonna go watch the Michigan game anyways, right? It was my Saturday routine was get Chinese food, watch Michigan game. Over at they spot, Michigan State. They State fans, Michigan fan was beef. You know what I mean? So I even planned to stay. Right, dropped them off. Y'all enjoy, okay? So then I say the next day she was like, yo, we shouldn't like talk and communicate anymore. So what did I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I did a great gesture, right?
You stalked me.
And that's what she said. She was like, I've been through this before, and I had a guy who was blah, blah, blah.
Dang.
And then, you know, when you have like, when you see like the 2 kids or whatever else and other things, I go like, I'm sure, and I'm super ignorant to these things. You hear so many more of these stories. I'm 18, 19. I'm just like, man, that ain't me. That ain't got nothing to do with your boy, right? Because I have no idea what they go through. So that's so I'm thinking that like, no, man, I did the right thing the whole time until I learned that I guess you can, I mean, if I had to look at it now, I go like, okay, I can see how it was creepy, right?
Hella creepy.
I can see how it was creepy, but to me, I'm like, oh, this is super dope. What a great gesture.
Do you think she would have had the same reaction if she didn't have kids?
If I was rich and 6'5"?
If she didn't have kids?
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, probably not. It depends. I guess it depends more on her own personal backstory of what she went through. Because hearing that, I go like, that's different. I'm not that guy. I don't know what he did.
I'm sure all stalkers say that.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I got to tell you the story that happened yesterday.
Okay.
Same situation. Because I just thought about this.
Okay.
So, this is the same damn story.
Okay.
I promise you, this is not lying. Everything is not fabricated.
Okay.
I get in from after the show, and I went to go check my mail in the mailbox. There was a mailbox door open. And there's keys in the mailbox. Somebody left their keys in the mailbox. What door is this? 207, perfect. I'm on the second floor. Took the keys out, went up to the 207. I was like, about to be a good Samaritan. It's like 10:45. Who is it? And I heard a girl in the background. And I was like, who is it? I was like, I'm your neighbor, 203. What do you want? You left your keys in the mailbox? You hear him like rolling around like.
They had a gun pointing at you the whole time.
Yeah. I was like, what do it look like? I said,
hey man, you want your goddamn keys or not?
And I was like, it's an Acura key fob. Leave it on the ground. All right. Left on the ground. Walk away. And I'm like, I could have took your car. I have the key to your house. I could have walked in and dropped it off. Like, I was pissed. Because I wanted him to say, oh, man, all I wanted was, thank you, man. Thank you. But it made it seem like I set this up. Yeah. I was so pissed.
What if he said thank you through the door? He was like, hey, thanks, man. Just put him on the floor.
I would have been fine with that. I was more so like walk away.
Yeah.
As in sure, this could be a nice little way to kick in the door. So I get it. I totally get it. But I was more so, oh, man, I wanted that. Oh, you right. Thank you, bro. Hey, me and my girl in here doing something, man. So can you just like
y'all ain't got no screen doors, nothing over there.
We don't.
Yeah,
we don't. Ain't no people. Yeah. So I get it. But don't be so matter of fact. Like nigga, I could have changed your entire life.
Or just
I had
left
your keys.
And somebody else could have got it.
You should have just kept his keys and threw them somewhere.
Why?
Oh, you ain't gonna say thank you, nigga. Good luck now. Huh?
In my head, cause I know where we park. Yeah. Could have went right to his car.
You didn't say you're welcome though.
Nah. I was like, just know that I know who you are. Just know that you know who I am. I did this for you. Wow. I was pissed. I was like, cause he's like, it's like this is my way of kind of being cool.
Now you're the creep in 203.
Somebody said they was cooking dope.
Probably.
With an Uzi. Well, cooking up those with an Uzi. Woo!
This your neighbor. It's the police out there. Leave it on the floor.
I was pissed, dude.
Yeah.
I was.
You been stalked by somebody except for Keenan?
What?
Oh, he didn't tell you them stories?
Very direct.
It wasn't somebody stalking him?
No, so Keenan didn't tell you how you stalked you before y'all went out?
What? No. What are you talking about? I mean, we.
No, I'm talking about have you had them problems, them guys who might have thought they were being sweet or something like that?
I'm trying to think.
Women stalk with money.
What you mean?
What do you mean?
Women find ways of hey, I dropped off some, or I put a little money in your Cash App. That's the way of saying, hey, I'm above the other ones. Like
if I had food delivered to her and not dropped it off myself, is that different? Because I still know your address either way it goes.
I mean, I guess it depends on y'all's relationship.
Hey, know where you live now.
Yeah, it's like how do you know where she lives? Like, did you go over there previously or what?
The homies live in the same complex.
Yeah, that's. That's a little creepy.
I was just like, oh, it's crazy. I was like, what a happy coincidence.
Right.
It's a little.
I'm gonna go get some Chinese food, bro, because
So did you eat, or you gave her what you had?
I had my own bag, but I took it. They took it with them. Oh. So I was like, I'm gonna break off real quick and go over here and drop this off, because it wasn't even a gang of us. It was just me, right? It was like I brought the whole squad. That'd have been worse, right?
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah.
If you had called and said, "Hey, I'm in this apartment,"
takes away the surprise.
I see a car that looks similar to yours.
Right. Because now you know her license plate.
But
you got her license plate memorized.
We worked together. I could have, no, but I saw whatever the car was. I go like, oh, it's this car. Oh, it's the car seats. I go like, I know this car. I see it every day. I walk her to her car.
Here's the question.
Because I'm a gentleman, not a stalker. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's more creepy? A man delivering food to your job unexpected, or having food delivered to your house unexpected? As like, I know you like Chinese food.
Right.
I'm delivering to your house.
Right.
Or him coming to your job, knowing your lunch break, and delivering the food himself. What's more creepy?
It depends on I think it all boils down to y'all's relationship.
Brand new. You met it on the subway.
The same day?
I told you where I work.
Just a conversation that you had from Long Beach to North Hollywood. You just
exchange numbers. Somehow he knows somebody who you.
Yeah, that's creepy. Anyway,
what's more creepy though?
I mean, obviously the house, if we don't know each other that well.
I'm so skittish nowadays.
Not the video, but give me a slight heads up. Can I send you lunch? Let me send you the address so I won't be like, how do you know?
Don't do nice stuff for women is all I'm hearing, man.
So
don't go out your way. Don't go out your way and try to surprise them. They don't appreciate the shit. They call you crazy.
I mean, Chaz, don't do it in the first place if you ain't gonna keep it up.
Boss.
I would have kept it up.
That's what she said.
No, she did not say that.
But
I was down.
What if he was just listening? Like, man, my last boyfriend, what I really, really liked about him, he would deliver food to my house. He'd come personally. So he's doing all that. He's like, okay, cool. So now I look up where she worked, and I can find.
Ask her, where did she work?
Yeah.
But he said, well, she's like, I like when he did it when surprises.
You can just ask for her work.
Surprise.
You can surprise. You don't have to be a right away surprise. Just like,
Yeah.
where do you like? Let's have a conversation about where I work.
Right.
What my lunch hour is when I take breaks. Let's have a conversation so I'm not like. When did he figure this
I
out?
felt like for me it was just like,
I get you.
oh, I do one stalker thing and you get the stalker tag. Y'all don't even get a chance to redeem the stalker.
You know the funny thing is the funny thing is him think he did a good thing. Next day he's like, restraining orders.
What?
Yeah, the house will definitely get you a restraining order. Yeah.
I was like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Me?
Now, and the thing is, when you get a restraining order, you can't just let it go. You gotta look her in the face like, bitch, you gave me a restraining order.
But you can't look her in the eye because you got the restraining order.
I'm showing up at your door and saying, hey, what's this about? Huh? Come outside and tell me.
Because
open the door.
Arrested.
We gotta talk about this.
If anybody gets a restraining order, you can't just let it go. You cannot just let it
I'm
go.
gonna be in 15,000 feet of your space. Believe that. Believe that.
Because it's such a punk. It's a punk. Like it's like getting smacked in the face. Like, do something. It's like, oh, I can't do nothing. You slap me in my face. Like, getting a restraining order is like without notice.
What if we work together? Then what? Then what happens?
Yeah.
You can't be around me after the job.
Maybe
I stare at you the whole day at
somebody
work.
had to move
I
departments or
stare
something.
you down at the job all day.
Like you security.
I would be typing, just looking right at you.
Like you security on the first floor, and every time she walks in, she got to scan her file right next to you. oh, I gotta stay 50 feet, but you walking right up on me.
Right.
Make sure you exit out the other end.
You out of here?
I'm out.
All right,
We gotta wrap it up,
exit
yo.
5.
Oh, I like your glasses.
I gotta wipe up. Look at you, pink, pretty in pink.
Yeah.
What's it called? Grease, lady.
Oh, yeah.
What they call lady in pinks?
Pink ladies,
Pink
Yeah.
ladies, yeah.
But your toes is turquoise.
they're purple though.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I like
Close
that
enough.
color too.
Neon's color.
Right.
Turquoise.
Is that purple?
Turquoise and purple? Very different. All right.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
have a Sunday dinner with my siblings.
Nice. Yeah, getting some of them chitlins?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm a healthy, generational person.
There you
No.
go.
I was gonna ask you to do the curtain thing, but
You said you had it done already.
it's clean.
I lied.
Liar.
I clearly
But I
lied.
haven't
Like a Dion be
closed it up.
lying to
But I'm about to head out too. We're wrapping up.
We're about to head out too.
Wait on you?
We're gonna wrap up right now.
We're wrapping up right now.
Yeah, we're wrapping up right now. We kept Janelle hostage for long enough.
Yeah.
No, this is fun.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah. All right, yo.
You ready? We gotta do the thing again. You ready?
Okay.
Same thing. You ready?
Thank y'all for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz. Check, please.
You were a little late then. Come on.
Okay.
You gotta be ready for it.
Thank you for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz. Check, please.
You were still behind.
Man,
Why were you
talking about?
I watched the tape.
Man, you come on, man.
She did not.
Nah,
Okay,
man.
third time's a charm again.
We're doing this on purpose so we can get a bunch of texts.
Come on, man. Come on.
Can't laugh, okay?
Okay.
Let me see your left hand. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz. Check, please.
Did you late? Did you not see your hand come up late? You didn't see that?
I didn't.
You didn't see that?
Okay, I'm gonna look at the TV because I was looking at the camera.
Come on. I'm gonna do an instant replay.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Check, please. That was better, yo.
Point.
Come on, that was better.
If you're watching us on this camera I'm pointing at, you're watching us on Lax. Nope, you're watching us on Chaz channel. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share to other folks. If you're watching us here live, you're watching us on Lactose. ENT, thank you for already subscribing. Tell more people. Show some love. That's it.
Vegan chitlins.
Vegan chitlins, hilarious.
Thank you, Janelle Baker.
Yeah, give her love, man.
Come on, thank you, Janelle Baker. If that's her real name, which is not, I know what it is.